Okay, so we really doing this right now. Today, we are going to be doing a makeup look inspired by the Pantone color of the year, the color being introduced to the world. This iPad was leaning on a stack of books and I really needed to just work with me. I'm wondering if I can use... Actually, yeah, that's high-key perfect. Okay, let me just prepare some swatches for you guys. We're gonna use this ABH liquid lipstick. This is in the shade Nocturnal. This is almost like the perfect color, actually. And then we'll make sure our edges are nice and soft with those two shades. And then, does that sound good, everyone? You don't get to have an opinion because you're just a camera. I'm going to begin with my foundation because I'm doing such dark pigmented eyeshadows, so I want to do my eyebrows first, and I always do my eyebrows after foundations. And a lot of people, when they think about doing eyes after foundation, they're worried about fallout and stuff like that, but I just feel like if you keep it under control and you aren't like going ham and picking up a crazy amount of pigment, then fallout is usually kept to the minimum. I feel like when I apply shimmers, sometimes you can a little, but it usually works out just fine for me. It was a really long-winded way to say that I'm going to be doing my foundation first. Sorry I keep adjusting it. Can stuff not keep falling, please? Jesus, do you know how rude that is? It is the winter time here in San Francisco. Thank the gods. So I can use like my whole range of foundations, and this is a foundation mixture that I really love because it makes me just super glowy. So it's Too Faced Born This Way, It Cosmetics CC Cream, and the Beverly Hills MD Cover and Correct. Oh my god, these bottles are fucking dirty. You may be wondering, why do you do this? Well, because I don't particularly love any of these foundations individually. The Too Faced Born This Way is great on its own, but the shade I have is a wee bit too dark for me, so I always need to kind of cut it down with something. We're just going to take a pump of the Milk Hydro Grip and throw her in there, and I'm also going to take a pump of that and put her on my face. When I mix my primer into my foundation, I'll only use a pump for the face. But if I'm using straight up foundation, then I will use 2 pumps. And I really like primers that feel like skincare. My skin is very oily and acneic. I'm sure you guys can see. You're not blind. This Stellazzi, this is technically a finishing buki, but I love it for foundation. It's a really soft brush that leaves just really well blended edges. So I mix it up with my finger. I just take the excess and brush her on, and then I'm gonna just kind of circular motion her out. Let me get a mirror so I can actually see. And for the rest, oh, that's not completely mixed. When I'm going in for the rest of my face, typically I will just straight up dip the brush. Because of this is such a soft, finely milled brush, it's not super dense. I feel like when I do this, I don't lose a ton of foundation. I really love Stellazzi's brushes. They're super quality and they're very durable. They hold up to those super powerful brush cleaners like Cinema Secrets and stuff like that. They're very well manufactured brushes, so I highly recommend. Good thing I was done. If I hadn't dropped it on the floor, I would have used that last little patch right there, but for the most part, we used all of this foundation. And now that that's in place, I'm just gonna fill my brows. So we'll be right back in 1 second. Those came out like a wee bit harsher than I intended. Sometimes the universe gives you the brows that you didn't know you needed. I actually think, looking at them now, they'll be quite nice for this kind of more dramatic eye look. I keep looking at myself and not at the camera, I'm sorry. So a little about me. As I said before, I'm a professional makeup artist. I just started working this year, so on my way to taking my state board, become a certified esthetician. And from there, I plan on pursuing stuff like eyelash extensions, microblading, eyelash and eyebrow tinting, and lash lifts and stuff like that. And eventually nails. I also love to do waxing. Waxing is something I really, really enjoy. So that's kind of my whole deal. You know, makeup was what I went into esthetician school wanting to do, and I kind of started to fall in love with all of these different esthetician practices, and revising how I necessarily wanted my career plan to go and follow. And you know, there's lots of big things coming. I don't like how harsh this line is on my brows. Oh, and by the way, I didn't say it. For my brows, I used ABH Dip Brow in dark brown, and the clear brow gel to hold them bees in place. Anyway, set your crease. Well, not your crease, above your crease. And then we're gonna take that gray shade right there. We're gonna soften that bad boy into the crease. I'm trying to make sure I let you guys see. Going into that gray, we're gonna recreate this on the other eye. How do the big beauty YouTubers hold that mirror like so out of their face that they can't see it? Like they whenever I use a liquid shadow or, you know, a liquid lipstick as eyeshadow, I'm always making sure to set my borders with powder shadow, because I hate blending liquid products, especially like gel liners and stuff like that. But even liquid lipsticks, I feel like, are really annoying to blend. Like, you can, but why do that when I can just create my edge and use it where I need to? This is where we're standing. I feel like that looks pretty good, pretty symmetrical. I can blow this one out a little bit more. We'll get into our liquid lipstick. I just want to make sure that blend is like really satisfying and as blown out as I need her to be. These shadows are quite pigmented. I'm going to dispense some of that Nocturnal liquid lipstick onto my palette, and we will take, this seems like a good brush. This is a Sonia Kashuk small eyeshadow brush. We're going to take her and just start working her in. And again, I know ABH's lip formulas are eye safe. You want to make sure that any cream product you're using in the immediate eye area, like right up on your freaking lash line, is eye safe. And the issue with liquid products is that there's a real danger. Fun fact, red is one of the most dangerous colors out there in terms of makeup, and when you're using a red on the eyes that's not formulated for the eyes, you actually run the risk of blinding yourself because of the pigments needed to create red. If it's not eye safe, that shit can literally make you go blind. Look at that though, that is damn near exactly the color we were going for. Classic blue. And you want to be careful with this lip formula. The ABH liquid lipsticks are very dry, and they kind of will pill if you layer on too much at once. And work little by little. Add as you go, and you'll get the pigment you need. But if you go in with too much of this at once, it really is just gonna like pill up on the eye and not be very attractive. Taking some of that gray shadow, we're gonna work that into this edge before it's set down, and just make sure that our deep colors are blended into each other. Alright, that doesn't look half bad. You know what I actually am gonna do? Still, I didn't think I would have to do this. But I am going to take some of this kind of royal blue, true blue right there, and work this in. So this is going to be like a fairly monochromatic look. It's not anything super special. Maybe we'll pop a wing on and we'll do some like nice glitter to kind of add a bit of pizzazz. I'm just going to catch up this eye to where this eye is, and we'll be right back.
Really cover your weenus.
So I'm feeling pretty satisfied with that. We have like a little bit of... Oh my god, I just realized that this YouTube video has been playing the whole time. We're just kind of taking this concealer anywhere where we want to add some brightness and conceal. I'm not in love with how this foundation is looking. This used to be like one of my go-to OG foundation mixtures, but I don't know. I'm gonna like line just around my lash line, and I need to go clean my lashes real quick and pop on... I'll just be back after I've cleaned my lashes and stuff, and we'll put on lashes and get to the rest of my makeup. So, I actually decided... Let me get adjusted. I actually decided that instead of using those lashes that need to be clean, I'm going to use these lashes instead. These are the Kiss lashes in Teddy. Yeah, it's not, like, the package isn't super pretty, alright? They're beautiful lashes. These are actually my favorite lashes, and I have 9 sets of them besides these ones, so 10 sets total. Apply some lash glue. This is a duo lash glue, and it has, I like this one a lot because it's got this little plastic spatula. It's the quick set strip lash adhesive. I also like a quick drying lash glue. I'm going to take the Hank & Henry Slick With It mascara in Clout. This is their black mascara. It's a double-ended mascara, so you can do your top and bottom lashes. And I really like it because my lashes are a pretty decent length on their own. So I mostly just need like a kind of voluminizing, but mostly just like a separating mascara. And something to make it so that my eyelashes like actually blend in with my false lashes. Now we're all mascaraed up. While the lash glue continues to dry, we're going to get started on the face beat. I'm going to begin with this Stila Cosmetics liquid eyeshadow in the shade Jezebel. This would definitely typically not be used on the face, but I actually love this as a highlighter. I'll show you guys how I apply it. I basically do my little sections, and then I take this is a Morphe M504. It's a brush that's too big for my eyes, but I actually really love it to apply my highlighter. And I kind of just move this product around. I distribute it a bit more evenly on the skin, so it's kind of started to set down the way a liquid eyeshadow will. And then I just take my foundation brush with my... Not even with any new product grabbing up, just take your already kind of used foundation brush, and you're basically just going to work the foundation that's already on your brush over the highlight. I'm going to take my Ofra Glow Up palette, and we're going to use Rodeo Drive. Like, do you see what that looks like from a distance, though? When I got this, I was really shocked, because I just truly never thought powder highlighter could ever look so wet. I like to do my forehead here, because this is like, it makes the ridge there look a bit more defined. And then I also like to do right there, even though people say that looks unnatural. Bitch, what about any of this right here looks natural right now? Gonna take this Jordana Sculpt and Go Creamy Contour Stick. I actually haven't used this in a long time, but I remember liking it pretty well. And we're just gonna add some definition to the cheeks. And I like to do my forehead, but I don't like to bring it over here. I like to just keep it right along my forehead ridge. And we're taking the Wonder Cover Complexion from EcoTools. This used to be my favorite foundation brush, but now I feel like it's a bit too dense, and I actually like to use it for contour just because the shape I feel like really makes it perfect for just snatching that cheek area. I am probably going to go over that with a powder bronzer still, but not hating that. I haven't touched this in ages too. It's probably been like a solid 6 or 7 months since I touched that product. Ooh, baby. We lashed up. And now that the glue is almost entirely tacked down, I'm just going to take the spatula, wand, whatever you want to call this applicator. I personally like to call it a spatula. Do a little test pinch. Make sure she's not sticking to herself. I've already got this lash on. And when I do this method of the 2 layers of glue, when I try to go in with the lash on its own and it's tacked up, I feel like I just can't get it to actually stick to my lash because the glue is tacky, but it's not wet. I just feel like I can't get my lashes to properly adhere unless it's wet. But at the same time, if you go in when your glue is too wet, the lash shifts around everywhere. It doesn't sit up on the lash line the way you wanted it to. And I feel like by doing this, you're basically just taking that tacky glue, you rehydrate it a little bit, and it just sits in place. It kind of adheres right where you place it down. I wouldn't recommend doing this if you're someone who's a beginner with lashes and you're kind of like still trying to figure out where to set your lash down. But if you know how to place your lash right up in your lash band and you're just kind of experiencing difficulties having the glue set down completely or having the glue feel like it's dry, maybe try doing the double layer method. So I'm taking this ColourPop Super Shock blush in the shade Stop It on my Morphe M530 brush. I love this brush for blush. This is a nice, really kind of coral, almost orange color, so it'll contrast our eyeshadow really nicely. It'll add some good cheek color to the face. I know most people recommend using a sponge with this, but I like to pick it up on a brush because I feel like the brush gives you just a super airbrushed and flawless look, you know? And then I also like to take that on my forehead, just the excess of what's on the brush, and I will pick up just a little bit more, put that on my nose. I kind of like that. You know, it's the winter time, so you want it to seem like you actually have, like, seen the sun recently. Do I do an under eye smoke out? I think yes. I think we do. I think I'm just gonna take that pure blue from before as I look for a brush that's clean and also in good shape. Here we go. We're gonna use this, like, it's like a no-name Walgreens brush. I really just bought it because the brushes in the pack were rainbow, and I was like, that's gay as fuck. I love it. And we're just gonna very lightly run that blue down there. Like, I really don't want it. Like, that is perfect. And we're gonna use the powder to set our concealer to kind of soften her. Taking some loose setting powder. And now I think I'm just gonna set my entire face because my skin is really not feeling this foundation mixture. I used to love it. I also like to take my brush and kind of sculpt it down here. I don't do that full-on baking nonsense. I don't bake my face at all anymore, ever. But I do like to sculpt underneath my color there. And honestly, I was going to place a powder bronzer on, but I'm kind of loving this. I'm only, chapped lips. No, ma'am. Okay. This is pretty much the face done, though. Snatched. And we're just going to take, we're not going to take Rodeo Drive. We're going to take Blissful, which is this rose gold shade. Again, actually, we're going to take this kind of orange, these two mixed together from Beverly Hills, the 5 color. Oh yeah, that's a bit deep. Take it on my inner corner, take that excess. Look at that. That is poppin'. Yeah, this is definitely like, it works on the inner corner because the eyeshadow is so deep. But this is definitely like a shade for deep skin tones. And I'm really going to take it on the brow bone here and just blow it out. I'm going to really make sure that's integrated in and not sitting too harshly up there. And I'm actually also going to take a little bit more of this Go To Beauty and we'll go right over that inner corner highlight just to add some glitter to it. Okay. We'll take a nice, healthy spray of some Scandinavia makeup finisher. Whoo, baby. I'm going to use this Lush lip scrub and my Bite lip balm to hydrate my lips before I lipstick. If I was going for a matte lip, I would have definitely done my lip balm at the beginning of the look. Just making sure I haven't accidentally removed any makeup from my edges. This is the Aveda Feed My Lips Pure Nourishment Lip Crayon in Cola. And my Anastasia Beverly Hills Lip Pencil Sharpener, or just pencil sharpener, I guess. This is one of my favorite pencil sharpeners out there. You can take this little part out to make it even bigger. This is the Urban Decay Gubby Vice lipstick. I literally went and grabbed this. I basically have no other makeup from Urban Decay, actually. And I literally just went and got that because I was like, I need a really, really light lipstick. And that was there. Smashbox Lip Metal in Mauve Squad. I feel like these lip metals scare some people because they seem like really intense. But if you get the right shade, it's just beautiful. This is why I used a lip liner, so that this product doesn't move around anywhere. And then I take a bit of Fenty Fussy, and I really make sure to wipe it off because you do not need a lot of this, otherwise your lips are going to feel like so heavy. Make her glossy. So see the difference? Like, this is shiny, but it doesn't have that... It just doesn't have the impact on its own. I mean, I do wear it on its own sometimes, but this has been one of my go-to lip combos of the winters. I'm really happy with how today's makeup came out. If you like this look and if you recreate it, if you feel like you learned something, why don't you go ahead and subscribe to your boy? Be literally the first to join the family. Like this video. And tag me, please, if you recreate this look or if you at all felt inspired by me and created literally anything that was at all inspired by the makeup I did today. Please tag me. I would love to see it. It's been a pleasure. I hope you guys enjoy this like glowy skin, natural beat, kind of intense brows, soft lip moment. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. All right. Let's hope this doesn't fucking fall down again. I am really happy with how today's makeup came out today. Go down into the depths real quick. This iPad is literally leaning on a stack of books. And I really need it to work with me, okay? Hi, my name's Malcolm. Malcolm Fabrizio. Girl, right when I started introducing myself.